From your fryer to the table, it's a quick trip for crispy fries. But how about a crosstown delivery? McCain SureCrisp fries are designed to go from fryer to container to carrier to passenger seat across town during rush hour down a shortcut that wasn't all that short to a doorstep before they hit the table. And that first bite, the crispiness speaks for itself. To the last bite, McCain SureCrisp fries. Go the distance. See how far our fries can take your business at surecrisp.com/delivery.
Hi, welcome to Menu Talk with Pat and Bret. I'm your co-host, Bret Thorn, Senior Food and Beverage Editor of Nation's Restaurant News and Restaurant Hospitality.
And I'm Pat Cobe. I'm the Senior Menu Editor at Restaurant Business.
How you doing, Pat?
I'm doing well.
I bet you are less tired than I am.
Maybe so, but been tromping around the restaurant show, going to different events, and I'm pretty tired myself, but I'm going to rally.
Yes, we always do.
Yeah.
We were both at the MenuMasters celebration last night.
Yeah.
It was my, 20 some odd time going, and it was your first.
My very first. I was a virgin MenuMasters attendee.
So I would love to hear your impressions.
Well, it was quite an event. I mean, I love seeing all the chefs that won the awards. There are a lot of chefs that I've written about, and to see them in the flesh and to hear them talk about their menu items was really very rewarding and very inspiring. I got to talk to Nancy Silverton, who's an icon in the industry, and I've long admired her, and she was very forthcoming, very friendly. Everybody was very friendly. It was great.
Yeah, it's a good party, and I really love how it celebrates the entire industry, and that's something that Nancy Silverton, who we inducted into the MenuMasters Hall of Fame, said in her speech, that we really celebrate diversity. And these days, diversity tends to mean like gender, ethnic background, and so on. But I think what she was referring to was the fact that she won an award. We gave an award to Marijuana Rani as our innovator, and we gave an award to McDonald's and Del Taco.
Yeah.
And the other winners, for people who need to know, were Fogo de Chao, Tender Greens, and Cava, all for menu innovation. And so, we're celebrating the whole industry.
Right. I also love the fact that you gave out a digital innovation award, because that guy was so much fun, Sam.
Sam the cooking guy.
Sam the cooking guy. And
Yes.
he's been doing it for such a long time, and he's really just become like a digital star in the last few years. And he was really fun. It was really a cool segment to give an award in.
Yeah, we just started doing that last year because it's it's a part of the food universe that really does have a large impact on restaurants. And Sam Zion does own restaurants in San Diego, but yeah, he was adorable in his speech, and he brought up his smartphone and had his son and his young producer FaceTiming so that they could also experience the awards, which, tied into obviously the digital innovation that we gave an award for, but it was also very sweet.
Yeah, definitely. And I really wanted to hear about the food, because the food that we were served was, a compilation of things that all the chefs had worked on. And you were there when they were developing these recipes at Johnson & Wales, is that correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
at the Providence campus.
Right. So we didn't actually have the winners of the awards. Like, we didn't have McDonald's new burger, their revamped burger. We didn't have Cava's bowl, but we had some food that they collaborated on. So how did that work?
Yes, exactly. And for many years, the celebration was mostly trying the winning dishes, which was fun, but many of the people in the room have already had that food, and we're honoring these chefs, and then we put them to work. We're like, congratulations, here's an award, now you're catering for 500 people, which is that's not sweet.
That's not nice.
So instead, we got them together, the winners of the 5 chains, not the innovator, Marijuana Rani or Nancy Silverton,
Right.
or Sam Zion, but the other 5 winners. We brought those chefs in, and we said, okay, go. Here are some themes that we'd like you to follow. So, some trendy things, and here are proteins we'd like you to use. Go for it. And I really loved what the Del Taco team did. It was only one member of the Del Taco team, because they all, split up and worked together. And I think they all became friends we were hanging out, and they had 4 Johnson & Wales students help develop stuff. But my favorite item was the birria wontons, because that was a play on the Del Taco's award-winning birria ramen.
Right.
So they took that same birria broth,
Right.
and they used that as the sauce for the wontons, and then they stuffed it with the birria. And I thought that was really
It was
clever.
really clever. It was almost like a soup dumpling,
Yeah.
But it was, and I also love the duck on the biscuit. So I don't know who collaborated on that, but it was like duck confit on a little biscuit, and it had a really good flavor profile.
Yeah. They really did a good job collaborating. And, these are chefs that are used to spending months, sometimes years, developing a new menu item. And they had to develop 4 or 5 of them in the afternoon.
Oh, it was just one afternoon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, one day. But
Yeah.
they had a few hours, and they were all cooking in the kitchens. And one of the students is Malaysian. And so they were passing around these lemon curd, like kind of cream puff kind of things with a green papaya salad. And she developed that. And I think it was really great that they didn't just, sort of say, okay, intern, stand in the corner. They actually consulted with them.
That's so cool. Yeah. And it's amazing that these chefs who usually compete with each other, because some of them are in the same segment, like fast casual or quick service, and they all work together and came up with these great ideas.
Well, as you know, the chain restaurant chef community is very small, and they're really cool people. They're some of my favorite people in the industry because their eyes are wide open. They understand exactly how the industry works. And one thing I really like about MenuMasters is the conversations that I get to have with people. I was talking to somebody who explained to me that sugar tariffs are much lower in Canada, which is why a lot of sugar-heavy products are produced there, because they save a fortune developing them there.
Yeah.
These are the things you learn when you talk to corporate chefs. And obviously Ventura Foods was the sponsor, and they know a lot of things about the industry too.
Right. I mean, these chefs really have to be so concerned about the supply chain, especially when they're doing an LTO like the birria ramen. I mean, to get those ingredients in and get the right ramen noodles. I actually interviewed the chef and did a story on that when it came out. But it was like one of the most interesting mashups and really tasted good.
Yeah, and so bold for a quick service taco chain.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we've never ever done noodles before. We're doing noodles.
Right. Yeah, it was like a totally new SKU for them.
Right.
But
that's why we gave them an award.
Yeah.
For many reasons. So the reason I was saying that I maybe am more tired than you, although maybe not, is I continued on to the after party. And the MenuMasters Awards were at a new location this year at Morgan Manufacturing. They used to be at the Drake Hotel. And so it was a bigger, wider, more open space. And there was a DJ instead of a band, so the dancing was great. There were flashing lights. There were women dressed in silver. Not sure exactly what that was, but it was fun. It added to the festivities.
Yeah, it was like a disco party for sure.
Yeah, and then there was a sort of a stand where Ventura was serving chicken tenders with, choice of like 40 different sauces. So that was fun. So apart from all the food that I ate during the ceremony part and the after party, I had several chicken tenders as well.
Well, that's always a good way to end the night.
Well, we did go on from there to have one nightcap afterwards. After the dancing, that's what we do for MenuMasters. It's our real night to really cut loose and have fun.
No, it's a great event, and I'm so glad I got to go this year because we're all part of Informa Connect now.
Correct. And didn't you describe it as something like the Oscars with, I forget what you said.
I said it was like a Hollywood bar mitzvah.
Hollywood bar mitzvah.
It was very, I've been to my share of bar mitzvahs, but this one, had the dancers and the lights and the fog machines, and it was like really over the top, but in a good way. It was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's always a highlight of my year. And I'm so glad I got to share it with some of my colleagues at Restaurant Business.
Yeah, it was really fun. Well, thank you, Bret.
From your fryer to the table, it's a quick trip for crispy fries. But how about a crosstown delivery? McKin Crisp Fries are designed to go from fryer to container to carrier to passenger seat across town during rush hour down a shortcut that wasn't all that short to a doorstep before they hit the table. And that first bite, the crispiness speaks for itself. to the last bite. McKin Crisp Fries. Go the distance. See how far our fries can take your business at surecrisp.com/delivery.